life based on people's opinions. Opinions change with results. The same people laughing at you today may applaud you tomorrow. The same people ignoring your value today may one day beg for your attention. The same people questioning your dreams today may eventually use your story as inspiration for their own life. But you cannot wait for validation. You must believe before the evidence appears. You must work before the reward arrives. You must stay disciplined before the world notices your name. Because success is not built in public. Success is built in private. In the mornings nobody sees, in the nights nobody celebrates, in the moments where quitting feels easier than continuing. That is where greatness is born. And understand this clearly. People criticize what they secretly fear. Your discipline reminds them of their excuses. Your consistency reminds them of their laziness. Your courage reminds them of the risks they were too afraid to take. So instead of improving themselves, they attack your journey. Not because you are weak, because your growth makes them uncomfortable. And if you are not mentally strong, their words will destroy your confidence. That is why you must stop seeking approval from people who never had the courage to chase their own dreams. Some people will only support you after success becomes undeniable. That is human nature. When you are struggling, they question you. When you are building, they ignore you. When you are sacrificing, they disappear. But when success arrives, suddenly everybody notices. Suddenly everybody remembers your name. Suddenly everybody wants to understand your mindset. Suddenly the same people who doubted you begin asking how you did it. But what they do not understand is this. Success was never an accident. It was built through pain. Pain created discipline. Discipline created habits. Habits created growth. And growth created results. That process takes years sometimes. Years of being misunderstood. Years of staying focused while others party. Years of believing in yourself while the world questions your vision. And during those years, something powerful happens. You stop chasing revenge. Because mature people realize revenge wastes energy. Revenge keeps you emotionally connected to people who no longer deserve access to your spirit. Revenge keeps your mind trapped in the past. Revenge distracts you from becoming who you are meant to become. And the truth is, nothing hurts your enemies more than watching you succeed without hatred in your heart. Think about that. Not bitterness, not anger, not arguments. Growth is what silences people naturally. Because success speaks a language excuses cannot understand. When your health improves, people notice. When your mindset changes, people notice. When your discipline becomes stronger, people notice. When your confidence rises, people notice, not because they suddenly love you, but because transformation cannot stay hidden forever. Light always reveals itself eventually. And the beautiful thing about success is this. It does not need permission. It does not ask doubters for approval. It does not beg critics to believe. It simply arrives through consistency, quickly, slowly, powerfully. That is why you must stay patient with yourself. Some of you are frustrated because results are taking time. You are working hard, but nobody sees it yet. You are sacrificing, but the reward has not appeared yet. You are praying, fighting, building, but life still feels heavy. Do not stop now. Seeds grow underground before anybody sees the tree. Ride that again. Seeds grow underground before anybody sees the tree. Your progress may be invisible today, but invisible growth is still growth. Every disciplined day matters. Every small improvement matters. Every moment you refuse to quit matters. Because one day the results will become visible. And when that day comes, people will call you lucky. They will never mention the years you suffered silently. They will never mention the tears behind your smile. They will never mention the moments you almost gave up but kept moving anyway. People only see the victory. They rarely study the struggle behind it, but you will know. You will know how many nights you fought battles nobody understood. You will know how much healing it took to keep believing in yourself. You will know how much discipline it took to stay focused while distractions surrounded you. That is why your success will feel different, because it was earned, not handed to you, not gifted to you. Earned through pressure, earned through sacrifice, earned through endurance. And let me tell you something powerful. The greatest flex in life is not money. It is peace. It is waking up proud of the person you became. It is looking in the mirror and knowing pain did not destroy your character. It is succeeding without becoming bitter. It is winning without losing your soul. That is real success. And when your enemies see you smiling after everything you survived, when they see you growing after everything meant to break you, when they see your life improving while they expected your downfall, that becomes their punishment. Not because you attacked them, but because you outgrew them. See, some people stay trapped in jealousy forever, but you must rise beyond that mindset. Do not waste your life trying to prove people wrong. Spend your life proving yourself right. Build your future. Protect your peace. Strengthen your mind. Elevate your spirit. Because at the end of the day, your greatest response to betrayal, doubt, disrespect, and hate will never be revenge. It will be the life you create afterward. And when people finally ask how you kept rising despite the pain, your answer will remain simple. I stopped focusing on them and started building myself. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unstable. Some mornings you wake up inspired. Some mornings you wake up exhausted. Some days you feel powerful. Some days you feel broken. That is life. People keep waiting for motivation to save them, but motivation is unreliable. Motivation disappears when pain arrives. Motivation fades when life becomes difficult. Motivation vanishes the moment struggle lasts longer than expected. But discipline does not ask how you feel. Discipline moves anyway. That is the difference between people who dream and people who transform their lives. Dreamers wait for the perfect move. Disciplined people create results even in imperfect conditions. They wake up tired, still work, they feel emotionally drained, still move forward, their heart gets broken, still stay focused. Life disappoints them, still pray, still believe, still rise. That is strength. Not pretending pain does not exist, not acting like life is easy. Real strength is carrying pain without allowing pain to control your direction. And most people never reach that level because suffering changes them emotionally. Pain makes them bitter. Failure makes them quit. Disappointment makes them lose faith in themselves. But disciplined people are different. They understand something powerful. Your emotions cannot always be trusted. Feelings change every hour, every season, every circumstance. But purpose stays. That is why discipline matters more than motivation ever will. Because discipline carries you on the days motivation abandons you. Anybody can stay committed when life feels good. Anybody can smile when everything is working. Anybody can speak positively when success is easy. But can you stay disciplined when life punches you in the face? Can you still move when nobody believes in you? Can you still build when results are slow? Can you still trust the process while fighting silent battles nobody understands? That is where greatness is revealed. Not in comfort, in pressure. Pressure exposes character, and your enemies know this. They are not waiting for your easy moments. They are waiting for your hard moments. They expect pressure to destroy your focus. They expect pain to weaken your mindset. They expect betrayal to turn your heart cold. They expect exhaustion to make you quit. That is why your discipline becomes your greatest weapon, because disciplined people become difficult to break. See, emotional people stop when life becomes uncomfortable. Disciplined people continue even while suffering, and that consistency creates power over time. One workout at a time, one prayer at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one focused day at a time. Small disciplined actions repeated daily eventually create unstoppable momentum. Most people underestimate consistency because results do not appear immediately. But every disciplined decision is building something internally. Strength, wisdom, endurance, mental toughness. You may not see the transformation immediately, but transformation is happening. Every time you refuse to quit, you become stronger. Every time you stay focused under pressure, you become sharper. Every time you keep moving despite pain, your spirit becomes harder to destroy. That is why disciplined people eventually intimidate weak-minded people. Because they cannot understand how somebody keeps rising after repeated pain. They expected you to collapse after rejection, but you kept building. They expected heartbreak to destroy your focus, but you became wiser. They expected struggle to break your confidence. But instead, struggle built resilience inside you. That is what discipline does. Discipline turns suffering into strength. And understand this clearly. Your enemies do not fear your words. They fear your consistency. Anybody can talk. Anybody can make promises. Anybody can post motivation online, but very few people can remain disciplined for years. Very few people can continue improving while silently carrying emotional pain. That is rare because discipline requires sacrifice. It requires waking up early when comfort tells you to stay in bed. It requires self-control when distractions surround you. It requires faith when results are invisible. And most people give up during the invisible stage. The stage where growth is happening internally, but nobody can see it yet. That stage breaks weak people. Because weak people need constant applause, constant validation, constant recognition. But disciplined people learn how to continue without being celebrated. That is power. Working in silence, growing in silence, healing in silence, building in silence, knowing your time will come eventually if you refuse to stop. And let me tell you something important. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. Every time you stay committed to your growth, you are telling yourself, my future matters. Every time you control your emotions instead of reacting recklessly, you are protecting your destiny. Every time you stay focused despite distractions, you are proving your purpose is stronger than temporary feelings. That is maturity, and maturity changes everything. Because mature people stop blaming life for everything. They stop waiting for motivation. They stop waiting for perfect conditions. They stop waiting for somebody to rescue them. They take responsibility, and responsibility creates transformation. You start understanding that nobody can save you without your participation. Nobody can discipline your mind for you. Nobody can build your future for you. That work belongs to you. And yes, some days will hurt. Some mornings your body will feel exhausted. Some nights loneliness will test your spirit. Some seasons life will feel unfair. But disciplined people do not stop. Because life feels unfair, they keep moving. Slowly if necessary, quietly if necessary, but they keep moving. That is why they eventually win. Not because they avoided pain, but because pain did not stop them. And one day, the same people who underestimated your struggle will look at your life and wonder how you became so strong. They will not understand the sacrifices. They will not understand the lonely nights. They will not understand the internal battles you survived silently. But you will know. You will remember every painful season that tried to break your spirit. You will remember every moment you wanted to quit but continued anyway. You will remember every prayer whispered during difficult nights, and those moments will become proof of your transformation. Because discipline changes people from the inside out. It builds patience, it builds focus, it builds emotional control, it builds endurance. Eventually, you stop reacting like everybody else. You stop quitting like everybody else. You stop collapsing under pressure like everybody else. You become different, calmer, wiser, stronger. That is why discipline destroys enemies faster than anger ever will. Anger creates temporary reactions. Discipline creates permanent transformation. Anger burns quickly and disappears. Discipline keeps building every single day. And while other people waste years trapped in bitterness, revenge, and emotional chaos, you keep growing quickly, powerfully, consistently. One step at a time, one lesson at a time, one disciplined decision at a time. Until eventually your life becomes proof that pain did not defeat you. It trained you. Some people are addicted to chaos. Pay attention to that. Everywhere they go, drama follows. Every conversation becomes conflict. Every situation becomes negative. Every relationship becomes exhausting. They wake up angry, they sleep angry. They carry bitterness like it is part of their identity. And if you stay around that energy too long, it starts affecting your spirit. Because energy is contagious, fear spreads, negativity spreads, bitterness spreads, chaos spreads. That is why you must become careful about what you allow into your mind, your heart, and your environment. Some people are not just fighting battles internally, they are becoming the battle. And when somebody lives in emotional chaos long enough, they begin trying to pull everybody else into the same darkness they live in. They provoke, they gossip, they manipulate, they attack peace because peace reminds them of what they lost within themselves. But hear this carefully. Protecting your peace is not weakness, it is wisdom. The world will try to convince you that reacting to everything makes you strong, that arguing proves confidence, that revenge proves power. But real power is emotional control. Real power is remaining calm while everything around you is falling apart. Real power is refusing to let toxic people change your character. Real power is walking away from battles that would poison your spirit. Because not every fight deserves your energy. Some arguments are distractions in disguise. Some conflicts are traps designed to steal your focus. Some people are committed to misunderstanding you no matter what you say. And maturity is realizing you do not have to attend every battle you are invited to. Ride that again. You do not have to attend every battle you are invited to. Some fights cost too much mentally. Some conversations drain too much emotionally. Some relationships destroy your peace slowly over time. And the dangerous thing about emotional exhaustion is this. Most people do not notice it until their spirit is already tired. Suddenly you cannot focus. Suddenly your mind feels heavy. Suddenly your motivation disappears. Suddenly your energy feels drained every single day. Why? Because you allowed chaos to live too close to your spirit. That is why protecting your peace is necessary for survival. Peace is not laziness. Peace is preparation. Peace gives clarity. Peace sharpens your judgment. Peace allows you to hear your purpose clearly without the noise of unnecessary drama. A distracted mind cannot build greatness. How can you focus on your future while constantly fighting emotional battles? How can you grow while surrounded by negativity every day? How can you hear your calling while chaos is screaming in your ear? You cannot. That is why successful people protect their environment carefully. They understand that what surrounds you eventually shapes you. If you surround yourself with anger, eventually anger enters you.